It is the last week of this year, and it's a good time to reflect and good time to learn letting go. We have experienced many things this year, good things and not so good things, and positive and negative experience, as well as pleasant and unpleasant things happen in our lives and in our world. Today we will focus on letting go, because letting go is creating new space and set us free to have this kind of a freedom and new possibility and new life in the coming new year. Buddhist core teaching reminds us that we are originally pure, positive, and good. So we call it Buddha nature. We all have a Buddha nature, which is a pure consciousness residing in all of us. So if we practice meditation and letting go of all negativities, we can uncover this inborn wisdom and Buddha nature that can be manifest throughout our daily lives. So meditation, if you think about it, is not getting something or achieve something, but meditation is a process of letting go of your thinking mind, your chattering mind, or inner noisy and negative emotions, feelings, and thought. So letting go is an important part of human life. Even a few months ago, ginkgo tree in front of a temple has a lot of leaf, but they dropped everything and let go of everything, and they restored their energy to the root so they can endure cold winter weather. So we need to let go of these things which is hindering our lives. So like the nature of letting go, and we can learn from nature to let go of things in our lives which is not that helping us. So when we let go of negativity, because we are living in a very difficult time and negative world, and we open on ourselves a new possibility of happiness, joy, and health. So we can eliminate uneasiness and difficulties and sufferings by letting go. So in fact, releasing and letting go of this kind of practice is helping us to purify our own karma. So how can you practice letting go? The first practice is letting go of the past. Anything happened in the past, both negative or positive, it is time to let go, to move on. Especially regret or guilty feelings or negative emotions and memories and experiences. It is difficult to create this new environment and new life to really feel and understand our own Buddha nature, which is waiting for us to experience. So we need to let go of all these negative emotions, negative feelings from the past, because the past is gone. Yesterday is gone. Whatever happened, let it go. We cannot do anything about the past, so don't hold on. Letting go especially of the past hurt or wound. If we hold on the past wound, they continue to hurt us again and again whenever we think about them. any memory pops up in your mind. So we can purify our mind by letting go of the past. Letting go can be difficult. Thus, we need to practice letting go of bad habits, false or limited thoughts or beliefs, or unhealthy relationships. There is a family who owned a famous ancient celadon, Korea Cheongja, which was passed down on many generations. This family loved this precious celadon. And the young grandson one day put his hand in this precious celadon, and somehow he cannot put his hand out. So he was so frustrated because it was hanging very deep in Korea Cheongja, precious one. And he was crying. So whole family got gathered, tried to save both the children and this precious celadon. But no matter how much they tried, they cannot help this boy put and take out his hand. So grandfather decided to break this family treasure to save his grandson. So he took a hammer and broke the celadon, and this boy was holding on something inside of that celadon tightly. So when they forced him to open his hand, there was a coin. So it was able to go down in this way when you hold something firmly and you cannot get out. So like this boy, if you're holding on something, tiny something, especially negative things, you may destroy or break very precious things in your life. So when we cling to past, we are unable to be nourished or revitalized by the present moment. If you hold on the past, you regret, you are unable to open new possibilities. So holding on is like a tension. Anything in your body or in your mind, we have to let go and releasing it. So letting go is opening up. And in this opening, we become nourished and refreshed. In fact, Buddhist understanding, every day, every moment present a new opportunity to create ourselves anew. If we are able to let go the baggage of the past, we don't have to carry them with us all the time. So this week, let us practice let it go, especially today. How can we let go of the past? Take a time to reflect on your own lives without judgment. Just understanding and knowing about your past, about why you are holding on, will help you to understand your pattern, habitual patterns. This understanding creates awareness, and your awareness creates assistance and strength to help to break the cycle. So continuously working of letting go of the past, of your stories, of your especially regret or hurt feelings, then you can forgive yourself and forgive others to release negative energy from the past. And second practice is letting go of the future. Future is not yet here. Tomorrow is not yet here, so letting go. especially letting go of fears and worries about the future or uncertainty of the future. When you pay attention to and analyze all the fears and the worries that appears in your mind, they are most likely just in your mind, not really happening in your life. So don't waste your time and energy worrying about something that may never happen. Be critical thinker and positive thinkers. So how can you let go worries about the future and fears about uncertainty? Be patient. Every day, make a conscious effort to work at it, those old patterns. So letting go of these bad, negative patterns, and don't judge yourself harshly. It takes about 2 months to form a good habit, even though you are cultivating this positive thinking and critical way of letting go negative things. It takes time. If you are persistent, you will create a positive way to direct your thought whenever it appears. And this will allow to get rid of your worries and fears. So focus on living here and now in the present moment. This is the best way to let go. So take one day at a time and live well today. What you do today will shape and reshape your own future and create and recreate yourself. Third practice is a letting go of resentment. Holding on resentment or bitterness is hurting you, not hurting others that much, but hurting you. So anger and hatred are the cause of suffering in Buddhist understanding. So releasing this resentment and letting go of this bitterness or hatred if you have. When you let go of the resentment toward something or somebody especially, you are not agreeing with what they did, but you are allowing yourself to be free and liberated from the heaviness of carrying this resentment and bitterness in your mind. So reducing resentment, taking practice and mindfulness. Let go of anger and resentment, like the falling leaf or trees living and letting go of those leaves. We can enjoy life and appreciate what is here already, and by letting go of this resentment. It's a waste of time if you're stuck somewhere and spend time with the resentment about things and people. So letting go of a blaming mind and complaining mind is critical. So how can you let go of resentment? Look for something good in your life, good things in your life, and positive things happening in your surrounding. When you cultivate this deep gratitude in your mind, you can change this resentment into gratitude. So this is one of the essential Dharma of our daily practice, number 5. So we practice gratitude and focused on positive things in our lives. Especially in this year, we began practicing that with the gratitude journal or gratitude letter and positive gratitude affirmation every morning. So we focus on our energy on positive things and appreciate what we have and be able to let go of resentment. it is important to change your attitude and change your mind. Changing negative attitude into positive attitude, and changing your attitude from doing into being, from trying into letting go, from holding on into releasing. So we can change it. It is also an important quality in modern day life to learn to be content. Contentment is very critical. In fact, Buddha said that contentment is the greatest wealth. So if we want to be rich, cultivate contentment and learn to be content. Fourth practice is the letting go of attachment. And letting go of craving and attachment, because those are causes of suffering in human life. So in Buddhism, we understand attachment and craving and wanting mind are the source of human suffering. So we can liberate ourselves by giving up attachment and expectations. So we can expand our definition of what we need in order to be happy. Happiness is really inside job. And we have to know and recognize that you have everything already to be happy. The Buddhist terminology of letting go is related with nirvana. Nirvana means blowing off or extinguishing the fires. Buddhism calls it the 3 fires or 3 poisons in your mind. Craving or greed or hatred, or anger or delusion and ignorance. So when you let go of these emotional and psychological defilements, and our mind and your mind become free and radiant and joyful. So those inner joy and inner peace of Buddha nature is waiting for us, so we can practice letting go, so we can experience it. That's why it is the ultimate goal in Buddhism, the letting go and cleansing it and clarify it and releasing all those negative karma, so you can experience your own Buddha nature, your own divine state of pure consciousness. Non-attachment means cultivating a mind free from craving by understanding of impermanence. So we can let go of attachment if you understand the constant changing nature of everything. Everyone and everything in the world are constantly changing it. So this is the truth of impermanence in Buddhism. So letting go is possible because nothing is permanent. Whatever you're holding on is impossible because of the nature of impermanence in the reality. So when we realize this truth of impermanence of our life or our reality, we can let go of attachment. When you meditate, you can sit on the cushion or sit in the chair. After meditation, if you cannot let go of the cushion and attach it to your hip, and you have to carry with it all the time, it is so uncomfortable and awkward. Right? When you use it, we need to use cushion and chairs. But after use it, we have to let it go. So whatever life experience, whatever event or things happening in our lives, we can engage at the moment. Non-attachment doesn't mean they're not engaging or not participating in it. You participate, engage the activity in front of you, But after you are done with the activity, you need to let go. Like we will let go of the cushion or chairs after meditation. So joy of letting go is releasing tensions in our mind and body. The releasing craving, hatred, and delusion. That is way to experience happiness. And Buddha also said the highest happiness is nirvana. So we are practicing letting go to experience nirvana, be able to flow off and extinguishing the cause of suffering, which was craving, hatred, and delusion. So we can enjoy the quality and power and joy that comes from letting go. So it is a great relief, great freedom. And it is essential to Buddhist practice. So letting go is a let it be. You don't have to change anything, you just let it be. Let it go gives you space for freedom. And think about it, life is a process, life is continuously changing, and change itself is continuous. So you let it go, moment to moment. As you let go, be more present. Being in the present moment, living here and now in the moment, is the best way of letting go. So anything bothering, any negativity, any attachment, resentment, or regret, or fear or worries, let them go and come back to your breath and come back to the present moment. So when you learn to let go of our attachment, we can transform ourselves in an innovative way. So letting go is a very powerful practice in Buddhist understanding. So from beginning to the end, the path of Dharma is about the letting go. Letting go is an ongoing process in the present moment because everything is constantly changing. Letting go is a new way of creating new possibility and living a new life, and a process of self-transformation. Tremendous power and miracle take place in this self-transformation by letting go of everything, cleansing everything, and you become a white sheet. So you can write anything and everything in your future. So let us practice, especially this week, letting go of the past and letting go of the future and letting go of resentment and letting go of attachment. So practicing letting go all negativity in our mind, in our thought, and in our memories, in our lives in this last week of this year. It is the best way to create new space in your life and receive a new year with fresh new mind and move forward with a new life of inner peace and joy. So let us spend, especially today, to reflect upon what kind of things you want to let go from your life in order to live a full life in the coming new year.